Put that in the car.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Did you consider having a bat? Daddy didn't have that trait.
You must have got that from Mummy's side. Plumbers, a huge show. The Great Wall of Chomben is here. Moff is here after being surgically removed from Whispers Dacos's bum on Saturday night. Now, Snake Eyes got in a punch on, and I saw it, so I'm about to break some news there. Snake Eyes got in knuckle on Saturday night. I've got an award-winning story to break in about 5 minutes, and we have a huge guest. So Moff has been in good form. Great show. I've got pre-show anxiety because the rundown is so fucking good. I'm almost shaking. I'm about to have a beer. The big Chomby's here. Hello, hero.
How are you, mate? Could I just say, mate, those intros are getting better and better by the week.
I'm very talented.
That was brilliant.
Thank you, mate.
It's almost like a newsread. Yeah.
You've had a good 24 hours, son.
It's been a good 24 hours. It has. Yeah. Really good.
And you've been telling lots of people about it.
I've listened to him.
You have.
Oh, mate.
You were on Nova. I flickered on Nova this morning. Your old bloody new boyfriend, Stanaway.
Stanners.
Did you ring him or did he ring you?
Stanners actually he replied to my Instagram story.
Of course he did.
This is professional.
Stan. You realise he's like my nemesis because he's the person in the media that's
that
almost as
he got you
talented as
covered,
me.
you reckon?
No, I don't think so.
Anyway, he replied to my Instagram story, which was just me celebrating with the Foss. He said, "Big man, would you be up for a quick chat with us about 8:20 if you're up? Want to check with Stace, who's our media manager."
Yeah.
And yeah, I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning, so
And they just
I did miss that.
sneaked in before the end, did you?
Well, yeah, I had another text from the producer, and I woke up, looked at my phone. It was the first text I saw, and I text back, "Yep, all good, I can come on," and went and had a cold shower straight away because I just got up. So I was on about 5 minutes after I woke up. So
Bit of morning glory.
yeah,
You would, after all those intercept marks, you'd have to wake up with a half munger.
No, I didn't. I don't know if that's much correlation.
Should. Anyway, Stanaway, you get two, mate. The third time's a paid deal, okay?
Yeah.
As your second father.
Yep.
And I sat there watching the game with your real father for
Yes,
a
you
while
did.
on yesterday.
Yeah, co-dad,
But
co-parents.
Stan, you get two calls, mate. The next one, we stick you on the books, brother.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Okay. And then, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with a bit of breakfast radio. And then North Melbourne, you know, you've been down for a while. You need to spread the word. You need to cash in. The fans are so happy. Why the fuck did you need to go on Snake Eyes as well? Did you not think maybe let's just leave a bit for the show that supported you when you were shit? Okay, you had skinny legs and you couldn't stay on the park, and there was one show that supported you, and you go and give stuff to Snake Eyes.
I have it here if you want to listen.
Oh, I'd like to hear a
Moff,
bit, Moff.
don't
Good
do
by
it to
you.
me.
Good by you, Moff.
Morning, mate.
Hey, good morning, Chomley.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, it's a good day to be alive. Hey, mate, congratulations on the win. You're live on FAF, Footy and Friends.
Underscore. Not sure how I feel about that.
I had a question to ask about the game. I'm just trying to remember what it was.
A quick one on.
Good podcast.
Is this right? It's shit out.
Geez, they came from here, there, and everywhere, didn't they? To get down
Spit it out, Barlow.
And I haven't seen since you've just kind of been, stagnating
Snoozing.
over the last few weeks and whatnot, and haven't been setting the world. You've been going okay.
Oh, boring.
But
Backhanded
you played
negative
a game
sandwich.
yesterday, which was through the roof, and the team obviously go quite well. And in strolls Nick Butler with a short sleeve North Melbourne jumper over the t-shirt and number 30 on the back,
And
into
trying
the
to get it
change room.
signed.
No, he did not have the jumper on.
He didn't have the jumper on.
Oh.
I think that was a badge.
There was a badge.
I could imagine the badge. Yeah, he's quick to claim when someone goes well. But very quick to distance when you're not playing too well. He's been telling people he doesn't know me the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Is it
I don't
true?
know about
Oh,
that. Chomby,
Oh, no.
success has many fathers.
Oh.
That is the old saying, mate. So,
I've got a bit of mail on that.
Right.
You mentioned pre-show that as you were coming into the stadium at fourth quarter. So
yeah, because I had a 4-year-old with me. He wasn't going to last the whole game.
Yeah,
so
so
you came in for the
you
last
only wanted
quarter.
to come and watch when I was playing well.
Yes,
so I had a
that's
stinker first half, and you come at 3/4 time. You cross paths with a few Melbourne fans on the way out.
Plenty, yeah.
That were also plumbers. I've got this message I read out. It's from Chris Coleman.
Yeah.
Chom, big fan of the pod and the D's. So expletives. The mixture of you reading it nicely and the D's mid stuffing it down your throat all afternoon was too much to handle. So me and my young son left early. As we left, we crossed paths with Butsy and his son heading in for Marvel, presumably for a kick on the ground. I hit him with the Chom, your boy Chom's been pretty good today. He eventually agreed, but led with, it was scratchy early.
That's okay.
Just
Hey,
thought it was
I'm not going to
important
piss
to
in your
pass
pocket.
on. Yeah, just thought it was important to pass on his inability to give you some praise without a little bit of a whack first.
Well, that's very true. Okay, and while everyone's pissing in your pocket today, and you're the Great Wall of Chomben, and I think BT called you
Comden.
Yeah,
Comden.
That's
Every
it.
time.
We might have to get Brian
Yeah.
on, and we'll get your name right.
Yeah.
But everyone's just loving you. Okay, the people that have been with you from the start. Just have to make sure you stay grounded.
I'm very much
So
grounded.
when all the other flog journos are there just pumping up your tyres, I wanted to go and investigate and take the story forward about
Yep.
why you came good. Because you actually, your first half was a bit scratchy.
I was all right. I just
Okay,
dropped 2
you're
marks.
okay.
I was
okay,
fine.
yeah. Anyway, so I'm
Just
going
dropped 2
to,
sitters.
in true Tom Morrison
we
McClure
go.
style, I can report the exclusive tonight on 200 Plus. That the reason Chom had the best half of his life and took the 12 intercept marks in the second half and just put the D's to the sword is because, a drum roll please, Moff. He changed his jocks at half time. And here are his first half jocks with a whopping poo stain in them from where he really spat it and dropped his
Hang on.
lollies. Okay, that is
I've seen them before.
that is your poo, mate.
They look like the jocks that you had in Mount Buller when you shit yourself at 5 p.m.
Okay, well, you shit yourself 10 minutes into the second quarter, brother. But you know what? I was really proud. Firstly,
God.
welcome to the club, Chom, because we've all shat ourselves, okay? And
I didn't poo.
now you have. Okay,
No,
it was
I
a
did
fair
not
old
poo.
poo, and Tommy Hawkins
I-
even said you pooed.
I did
Can
not
I
poo.
finish my story first?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had a bit of a poo, and I'm like, shit, he's had a poo there. All right, and he's going to try to weasel out of it on Monday and say the light got in his eyes or something. But I know that you know
No.
that I know that you know that you pooed. But fuck, you responded, mate.
Thanks,
and that's
mate.
what it's all about.
Yeah, I just like to clear my name. I didn't poo. I'm yet to poo in a game of. Let me finish this.
Yep,
let
go.
to poo in a game of AFL.
Yeah.
What happened? So the first one, which was the worst, which is the one that Clary kicked the goal.
Yeah, that was a poo, yeah.
I dropped off, so I was playing on a small up on the 50. I dropped back, and I actually ran and jumped forward at the ball, so I wasn't coming back with it, so there was no opportunity to poo. It was expecting contact. You know when you expect
Yeah,
contact?
that's pooing.
No.
Yeah,
it's
mate, that-
expecting contact. So when you expect contact, sometimes you don't go as hard around the ball because it's got a chance to come out, and I just bobbled it,
Yeah.
and then it was gone. So I wouldn't call it a poo.
Mate, no,
it was
no,
a
no,
skill
I'm
error.
sorry.
It was a skill error.
When I was playing footy,
I did not shirk the contest.
You didn't, but you just pooed him because you thought some contact was coming.
I just dropped
because
the
you wouldn't
mark.
drop that mark in the forward 50 if you knew.
9
you were
times
by
out of
yourself.
10, I'd
It's
take
okay,
it.
mate.
I didn't poo.
All right.
I don't poo.
I'll put the jocks up again. But look, you didn't completely bog yourself. You just spluttered a bit in the
I
under.
just dropped the mark.
It's
It was a
okay.
skill error. Skill
Did
error.
I'm asking a serious question now. How did you go about it to turn yourself around so much in the second half? Because Jesus, you look confident. And you know what? If that was me, I might have fucking completely pooped him and turned my toes up for the day and gone, that's so embarrassing. I've dropped the mark. Tommy Hawkins has just said, he wasn't harsh on you, by the way. He goes,
Yeah.
Charlie wouldn't want to see that. It would have been really easy to just go and trail your man around and stop going for him. But you didn't do that.
Yeah, well, I think one thing that helped is that I didn't have live commentary from Tommy Hawkins, so I didn't know he'd said that out there.
Thank God for that.
Yeah. No, I didn't do anything different. People have asked, they're like, oh, you had a great second half, like you dropped those 2 marks. Like, was there anything you did? But I'd already taken 3 intercept marks before that. So I knew I was playing a good game. And the way I looked at it is if I had taken those 2, I would have had 5 at half time. When my whole role was to intercept the ball yesterday and play off one of the small guys. And yeah, I looked at it, I was getting into good positions. I was in a position to mark the ball. I just made skill errors. So
Yeah.
went at half time, didn't really think anything about my game, just come out and was in a position to mark. And it just so happened I took the next one. So it's not
Did
overly
Clarko say
deep.
anything?
No, nothing to me. Yeah, Jed Adcock, our defensive coach, he said, mate, like, I don't even know if you care, but if you do, like, you've been in great positions. Like, some blokes wouldn't get in those positions, so don't stress at all. So Jed was great.
So there you put a positive spin on like the little poo, which is good
You
coaching.
put a positive spin on that little skill error. So yeah, it was brilliant. I didn't think about it, to be honest. And then yeah, the third quarter, it was more our mids that kind of forced that. So like credit to the mids, they forced Melbourne to start kicking more long down the line, so it played into my hands. Whereas the first half they were able to cut through a bit more. So I was actually just in the contest a lot more to be able to take the marks.
Fuck, it looked good. I'm not going to take the piss anymore. It must have been like really special because that's the
Yeah.
best you guys have played under Clarko.
Yeah.
And I think you've promised to do it for a couple of years and shown signs, but you've
Yeah.
never put a team away like that. And they're quite a good team.
Yeah.
They're not like
their
cellar
midfield's
dwellers.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was awesome. The feeling in the last quarter was, incredible. I've never been a part of a win in AFL where we've gone in the last quarter and put them away. Like usually with 10 minutes to go, I'm clenching the arse. My sphincter's going a bit tight. I'm a bit worried. I'm nervous about making a mistake and costing us the game. So to be up like that when the final siren went was awesome. And yeah, it's a feeling that we obviously haven't had a lot as a group, but something we'd love to get used to, I reckon.
Did the boys enjoy it? I think Silva said today in the presser that you got to have a couple of beers for the big fella Darling's 300th. Like, are you like going to get addicted to winning?
Yeah, that's the plan. Like, it was Jack's 300, so that was a big event for the club and for him. Well, I'll say for the club, he's played one game for us, so it was more about.
He seems to fit it in really well.
Oh, he has. Yeah, he's awesome, Jack. We got him really well. We've got some good gags and whatnot. So, that was cool. And we went across the road, platform of 28, and afterwards and had a few beers with Jack, which was cool. So, a few of the West Coast boys were there. Gaffy,
Wee Man,
Scott Lysette, Wee Man was there.
Wee Man likes a beer.
Yeah, Wee Man does. Wee Man was there. Good crew. It was a good day. But I think Silver touched on it as well. Like, it's round 2. Yeah. We've won one game of footy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yes, we played well, but we've been teasing that for a while. So I think it's disappointing it's taking till now to happen, but hopefully that springboards us for the rest of the year.
Okay. Just to LDU didn't sign last night or anything? While I'm in news breaking form, I mean, I've broken the undie story.
I've told you I'll give it to you when it's
I know you will.
Can I touch on one thing?
You can touch on whatever you want.
I was made aware that you were in the rooms after the game.
I was.
And I didn't actually know about this really until
I didn't want to fanboy you like, just I popped in with Ted. You were really surrounded by media and lots of other people, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to let him have his moment.
Yeah.
But I said g'day to Sylv and a couple of others.
I've had mail that you had Ted in the North Melbourne rooms in a Geelong football jumper, long sleeve with your number on the back.
I did, but I made him put his puffer vest on. Over
in
the top
rooms.
of it. And he goes, Daddy, I'm so hot. I said, mate, you cannot have that jumper on in here. It was 44 degrees in those rooms, and he was in a black puffer, full bloody jacket.
Poor thing.
But yeah, and he was sweating, and all the poor kid wanted was a scarf and a flag.
He wanted one.
Yeah, Kangas. He's a Kanga.
Yeah, he's a Kanga
I've
man.
got a fight on my hands anyway.
Yeah.
I might sort of show him a few Tommy Hawkins.
What, so you didn't want to buy him one?
No,
You're a bit tight on the cash?
shop had
Mad's
shut.
not paying you enough?
The
or?
shop had shut.
Sold out.
And he
mate.
goes,
Convenient.
can we not go to another shop? And I said, look, Big Charlie will sort us out
Yeah,
during the week.
well, funny you mentioned that.
Oh!
I've actually got a little gift for Teddy. I've
Look
wrapped it
at
up all
that.
nicely, so I'll get you to open that up and have a look. It's just in there. So just giving Butts a North Melbourne bag. He's rustling through now.
Oh, look at this.
He's got a nice jumper there. Have a read. It's the North.
Oh, it's
hold
got
up the
the
camera.
30.
Show the camera. It's got the 30 on the back.
I haven't even read it yet. There it is.
Yeah, it's good.
So it's
job.
got the 30.
That's awesome.
I'll write a little message to Ted on there
There's the
too.
Great Wall of Chomben.
I'll write a message to Ted.
To Ted. Here's to 43 AFL games for the Kangas. Chom, and
Yeah,
he
it's good,
signed
eh?
it. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
There's
That's
one
pretty
more
nice.
thing
That
in
is
there
going
as
to be
well.
very hard for me to compete with, especially when you play like that. And
What is it? I've got him a badge as well.
a pinky badge.
I got him a Toby Pink badge.
I'll wear that.
Well, I just want to give a shout out to Toby
He
Pink.
was good.
He was awesome yesterday.
Mate, love the pink down back.
Pinky was good. Pinky was solid, and Pinky and Aiden Craw are the sole reasons I was able to go and take those marks. So without those boys sealing their men out of the contest, I don't take marks like that. So credit where credit's
Those
due.
boys would be vomiting hearing you say that.
Pinky was brilliant.
Excuse me, Pinky. Thank you so much for taking care of two men while I float in and take the uncontested marks.
That's
and
why-
do 7 radio interviews in a day.
That's why I'm giving the
Thanks,
credit
Pinky.
now. That's why I'm giving the credit.
Well, I'm
so
wearing
Pinky
his badge
deserves a
because Pinky
shout out.
was fantastic.
He was awesome. He
Yeah.
was really good. So,
He will stay in that team. I don't want to see Pinky in the forward line anymore. He's a defender.
Nah, he'll play defence next week.
Fans
We got-
love Pinky.
Yeah, I know. Did you hear when he took a mark in the last quarter and there was
Everyone's
a bag
getting
of
round.
pink. The whole crowd was going. It was awesome. So
Have a listen to the Roos. They're very excited.
Absolutely brilliant.
We're in some nice form here. Now, we need to get it on the record here. The Drapesy isn't here. He is doing extra snaps under lights at Tullamarine in preparation for Thursday. He was a laid out. Okay, he did not squib it by the way. He tried to be on the pod. Benny, I can see you're looking at me saying, did Drapesy squib it?
He did not squib it.
He didn't. He just had to be out by a certain time. It's a bit of a rough week down
Didn't
at
work.
Tullamarine because they were really
I
pox.
wanted to get the pod out on a Tuesday, and he's practicing his kicking.
Yeah, and it was
Snapping.
like, look, I put the question to Brad Scott today. Are you snap happy?
What did he say?
He was, as long as
Yeah.
they keep going through. So Drapesy said, well, I better go and have 200 snaps, and that's why he's not here. So he isn't here, but he has mailed in a voice message.
We got a voice message.
Okay, Chom. I mean,
That's Moff.
I'm tired.
Boys, it's Drapes here. Sorry I can't be there tonight. Got a club commitment and we're playing on Thursday nights. We couldn't quite find a time to make it work this week, but don't worry, I'll be back next week. Chom, well done. Amazing game. You looked so hot out there. Also, just want to say thanks to Butsy. I hear you had my back when I was going through my set shot routine when you were commentating on SEN. So thank you for having my back and believing in me. And yeah, have a good out, boys. I'll see you next week. Love you.
That's our boy. We love
nice. We
him.
love
And
Drapesy.
I'm staunch in defence of my boys. And I'll hang a bit of shit on you when you go really well.
Yeah.
But when you're just sort of struggling a bit, not that he struggled, he kicked 3, but he was copping a bit of shit from the fans and my co-commentators. And I
He had
go,
a great game.
I'm sticking up for him.
Well, we have the audio from the AFL Nation
AFL
call
Nation.
Oh, good producer.
of when Drapes is lining up
Yeah.
in front of the goal square.
It'll be staunch
Here
defence.
we go. Play it,
play
Moff.
it?
I haven't heard this.
And we've got a free kick to the Bombers now. So the Crows fans going absolutely bunter.
Now, this is Draper at the top of the goal square. Does he kick? Is it Draper? Is he
It
going to
is.
kick around the corner?
I hope not.
Nick, is he going to kick around the
I
corner?
think he will, Ox.
He does.
That's what he does. No, I don't think he will.
You don't reckon?
Nah.
I hope he does.
Just drop it on straight, big boy.
I hope he does.
Nah.
I
Staunch.
dare you.
He's going for the drop punt.
I dare
He's doing
He's
it!
done it!
He's got the Stevie J. And he'll do the job. Here he is. Big Sammy Draper from the McLaren Vale does the job for the Bombers and says, come with me, I've got a
Oh,
couple.
my God.
It's game on here at the G.
Never doubted him.
2:20 the Bombers.
And then wait till he has
4:28.
another go.
The Crows, 25 minutes opening term. Toolkit down.
Can I just say, what was staunch about that? And I quote, drop it on straight, big fella.
Well, that's right.
What do you mean?
I was a little bit shocked by the one he did from the top of the goal square. Have you seen it? He was 9 metres out.
I watched it.
Yeah. And I just said, just drop it on straight, big fella.
Oh, mate, I don't think you can claim you backed him up there. You were the first to make comment on it.
Do we have the second one? I was really had his back this time.
We're going to get to the bottom of it. I don't know if you can claim that you were still
Strong.
We'll see.
Well, this is the fourth quarter.
So Merritt, advantage, play on, found Draper on the lead. Oh, watch him spin around here. Here we go.
Well,
He's 30 out.
no, I reckon he drop punts this.
Let's just wait.
From here, he'll drop punt.
He's walking in. No, this is Rice Bubbles. This is.
And he turns sideways.
This is snap.
He turns sideways.
Right on his range.
He's turned sideways.
This is snap, crackle, pop right here.
Oh, no.
I reckon it's too far.
He's
And I know him
turned sideways.
intimately.
No, you can snap from there. You can
is
snap from there.
snapping from 40. 1-2, snap.
Oh, nice
Pull.
snap. If you
quick
don't
to
mind,
jump
Have
on.
a little faith, Butts, would you? Have a little faith in your mates.
have a little faith in us.
Have a little faith in
Johnny
your mates.
Farnham. He's been all right, my boy.
He's been all right. Fellow 200 plus.
All right.
That's right. Hey, look, the goal kicking coach in me, it just takes a bit of adjusting to see a man snap it from 35.
Don't ever claim you stuck up for him
I
again.
did.
He's on his range. He's not snapping again, is he?
Well, that's okay. But I said, in
I
the
don't
end,
know.
if he gets
No,
him
no.
through, he's been all right, the boy.
Yeah, he's been all right. He
Anyway.
kicked 3.
I had
He had a
his
good
back.
game.
Listen to the
Right,
whole
mate.
call.
I'm disappointed in that, to be honest.
No.
Speaking
no.
of,
and he's going to keep doing it. You know, I've
Yeah,
swung
well,
round.
He
and
kicked 3.
He did, and he didn't miss any. So
Are you on board now? If
well,
you're
I
his
did-
goal kicking coach, what do you say to him?
The week before, he banged one from 40 on a 45-degree angle with a drop punt. So his drop punts are improving. The one at the top of the square worried me. I just reckon there's more that can go wrong with the snap from there. But I don't mind like 20 metres out. And I just think, and now I was a bit shocked. If you were going to snap, what's the end of the range? The 35-metre
Well,
one
not on
looked like a long snap.
Not on an angle?
No, he was like pretty much directly in front. It was like it was confronting.
35 probably.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
40 is
It's
a
right on
long
the
snap. You've got to hit the arc pretty
nose.
well.
And you can
Just gotta
belly it,
drop
and
in.
it can turn into a torp.
Probably 35.
Anyway, let's stick positive.
I have to say though, Butts, you've been good behind the mic on AFL Nation, but there's someone in here who hasn't been too good behind the mic, and that's Chommy. And
Yeah,
Chommy had a bit
man.
of a hiccup on Fox Footy during his interview post game.
In the post game,
did you hear this?
I heard about it that the
Not
puberty
good.
struck about 2 minutes after the final siren.
Not good.
Should we play it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about your role and then ultimately how you execute. Yeah, it was a bit of a different one this week. Last week I had a bit of a lockdown role in Sam Darcy. And as you know, he's a spectacular player, so it was tough. So it's about me playing to my strengths this week, which is my marking. So to be able to play in a bit smaller and come off and intercept was, it was nice.
Yeah, that
Not
was
good.
a real testicle up your up your bottom job. That one.
That's not a good voice break. The only thing that saved me there was the crowd noise that saved me. And also in that interview, obviously you're buzzing post game. I think I said spectacular about 5 times.
Word magnet,
Yeah,
like the
it
Pike
just,
Russell.
It just stuck in my head. It was spectacular. Sam Darcy was spectacular. I'm actually gone. Trish and Sherry played a spectacular game. The feeling was spectacular. It was just stuck in my
You
head.
must be like incredibly rooted for those interviews. That's something like
They're hard.
local footballers have never really had to do.
They're really hard.
I can imagine you're half bloody
You-
dehydrated.
you're
You've had a few
buzzing.
whacks around the head.
Yeah, you're rattled. You're still puffing. It's straight after the game too. It's pretty hard. Hard to get your thoughts clear, but they're good.
Let alone articulate. You've had a mouth guard
Yeah,
in.
genuine. But all the
Anyway, he did well.
All the interviewers are good. Like Dale was good. He kind of posed a question to me before and said, "We'll just talk about your game, like pump the boys up and whatnot." So they look after you, which is great.
Very good. Right, let's get to a few other big things that have happened. Saturday night, right? I'm looking at you, Moff. So it was big. Will Swales 30th at the Botanical. Good night.
Great venue.
Firstly, so Buckley got in a puncher. Right? Buckley was called up to do a speech, and one of Swaley's mates, I think, corked him in the leg.
Oh,
yeah, which is a bit rough.
a bit off.
Yeah, a bit of the old, have you been bunted by an elephant sort of thing, and need him in the thigh. No, on the way up. Yeah, and I was like, that's a bit rough. Anyway, so Buckley does his speech, compartmentalizes it, and then goes and whacks the bloke in the back, and it was going to be on.
What, he hung on to it the whole speech?
Hung on to it, marched over. I said, "What's he doing?" And got him. Like rabbit.
Does he
punched
know
him.
It was in the
Swales,
back
mate?
as well.
In the back.
Oh, he staked him from
hit him in
behind.
the organs. It was an organ punch.
the kidney.
The
Yeah,
coward.
and then started strutting around going, I'm going to fucking drop him. Yeah. Anyway.
Buckley was screwed a punch on like me, I
he
reckon.
had the mad eyes, Buckley.
Oh, not
Yeah.
good.
No.
Very snaky.
Oh, well,
eyes.
that was all from that night. So,
No,
you
there was
could
more.
move on, Moff.
And then
Yeah.
the Collingwood boys rolled up.
Ah, yes,
right?
Moff's favourite Collingwood
Billy
boys.
Frampton,
Frammer.
Dan McStay,
Stayo.
Young Sullivan,
was
Bo
the other one?
McCreary, Lockie Sullivan,
Was
Bo
there a Nick
McCreary, Bobby Hill, and
Hill's
Whispers Dacos.
What did you call him, Moff? You got a nickname for you and
mate, it's
Nick,
just Nick. It's just Nick.
Oh yeah, I think he was referring to him as Dakes.
So
Him and Dakes.
He just he like shirked the issue for this is Moff I'm talking about for about 45 minutes. Like going, I just want to have a photo with him. Just want to have a photo with him.
Moff.
Like a nervous little schoolgirl, and it was
weird.
quite embarrassing.
This is weird,
And
isn't
then
it?
eventually he goes up, puts an arm around him and has a selfie, which I thought's fair enough. Like you want a fanboy,
Yeah, he's
a
a
gun
star,
like
yeah.
that. Then, mate, like
Apparently he had the hard tag on. Hayden
Tony
Ballantyne.
Liberatore, mate, couldn't tag like this.
God.
Finn McGuinness,
Clint
mate, nothing.
Jones.
Even the day he got his leg busted, no one had tagged him like Moff. Like he was like a beast with two backs. He was inserting himself in Dacos, and I'm told it didn't end until the wee hours of the morning.
I don't know, mate. Honestly, I did wake up with a few demons. He probably thinks I'm a bit of a freak. I actually didn't think I was tagging him. I heard mail that Will Swale was the one doing the tagging.
really?
Oh God!
But
Did he follow you back, Moff?
I got Shanghaied into that photo. I did probably say it to you, Butts, but my housemate's good mates with him, and she's come over and she's going, "Oh, Nick, Josh, you want a photo with Nick?" And I've gone, "Oh God!" In the moment, I'm like, "I don't want a photo."
No,
like,
in the
that
moment,
is
he had
so.
the biggest stuffer
I'm
ever.
like, that is
Stuff.
not it. And then Nick's turned around and goes, "No, I want a photo with you, mate." I'm like, "Oh well." If you
On
want a
your
photo,
Whispers?
nah,
Derek,
good
he
bloke.
printed
But
it out and put it on his wall.
yeah, no, Saturday night, a yeah, got out of hand pretty quickly. But
Good.
It was good fun.
Any boom boom off or
Nah,
no boom boom?
Nah,
just
no boom boom.
just had eyes for Nick Dacos.
Yeah.
You mainly was shacked up for a while there.
Nah.
Put some serious work in, Big Moff.
Because the main emotion I was having at the time was I got a bit of Billy Frambot kind of anxiety because he gave me a bit of love. I reckon he's seen the Hammer Jorgensen clip. Because for the first time, Frambot gave me a bit of love and an American handshake. And he's talking about whispers the whole time. And I'm like, to be honest, I just want to go and have a beer with Frambot.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I pooped him a bit.
You poofed him.
Yeah, I pooped.
You're getting into me. They're your jocks from Saturday night.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really know what I've got me in a crew.
Yeah.
But the next layer, and Frambot's probably the next, I don't know what he thinks of me. He probably thinks I'm a walking idiot.
Yeah, most people do.
Oh, that's a bit rough, Chompy. Anyway, I reckon I shirked. I shirked Frambot.
Yeah.
But I'll be better next time. He's pretty cool, Frambot, isn't he?
Yeah,
He
good,
rolled in.
very nice bloke.
Like an offensive T-shirt and a shit hat, but he has confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they were good
I think
boys.
they need him back in the team.
You had a big week, though, didn't you? You always
Big
have
week.
big weeks, but you've had a very big week. You've taken a step up during the week, presented some news.
I presented on Friday.
How'd you go?
I was all right. I got reason. It was one of those ones I thought I was quite shit. But I'm quite hard on myself. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was all right, but got very nice feedback.
Yeah.
I didn't mind a bit of Butts desk action.
Any P&A?
Plenty of P&A.
Yeah,
Near peed my pants 5 minutes before the news. You forget it is. I reckon, as far as lonely pursuits where no one can help you out. Like I've heard about boxing, right?
Yeah.
If you step in that ring,
It's just
you are by yourself presenting the sport.
Yeah.
That
lots of
auto cue
parallels.
fucks up. I've been there. Apologies for this. There is no one that can dig you out of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was a bit uppity, but we got there.
You got there?
Good.
No,
Good to
well
put
done.
yourself
It's
in
good to hear, mate.
those situations. So, Jesus, lots going on. Moff, what am I missing from this rundown? I think it's quite good.
What are you boys doing after this?
I think we had dinner last week. We might go again. We went,
Did the
went to
trick.
Grills. We went to
Did the
Grills
trick,
last
didn't
week.
it?
Grilled.
Grilled,
Did you,
Yeah.
No, just on grilled. Chommy, you'd be pretty happy because not only you won on the weekend, but you've also won the Mad Monday.
Free burger.
Yeah.
Free burger.
The
And you
Monday
won't have
night
to
grill
use your
burger.
alias, your second account where you normally put in Geelong.
Yeah.
He
That's
u-
very
he
good,
used
Moff.
my Collingwood Mad Monday last week.
Yeah, I did.
So
We Bus and I went for dinner last week at Grilled after the podcast just to get a bit of a feed in, get a bit of protein, and Moff said, "Here, mate, I've got the free burger. You obviously can't use yours because you didn't win."
No.
Anyway, got up to the front, scanned my code, and he goes, "Oh yeah, so I'll repeat your order back to you. That's simply grilled and a bacon and cheese grilled for Josh."
Yep.
And I said, "No, it's yep, that's fine." Tried to nearly corrected him. So yeah, thanks, Moff. But I'll be using the North one this week. I actually got my text message today from Grilled.
What a beautiful thing.
It's a good deal.
You might have
isn't
to
it?
shout tonight because the cats were putrid and I don't get a free burger. And by the way, the man at Grilled, they completely butchered my non-frookie
they
order.
did, yeah.
It was a complete mess.
You butchered your order, though. You had about 10 goes at it, and poor bloke, he had no idea what was going on. But they did feel bad for us because usually you're not allowed to take your free burger home, but we did score some
doggy bag.
Some doggy bags.
And
to
it
take the
worked,
free
and you
one.
took 17 intercept marks, so we're going back to Grilled.
We are going back.
Again. Hey, lots has been banged in there for the opening segment. We better have a quick spell, get a message from one of our deep and loyal sponsors, and then we'll come back with our special guests.
Yes,
Righto, we put the heat on Moff to get some guests, and it wasn't a positive sandwich, it was a negative sandwich. Get us some decent guests or you are out. And it's fair to say he's delivered.
He has
He's
delivered.
got two
He's gone
crackers.
over and above.
They are social media sensations, very talented boys, and I've just learned that
Good-looking
one of them
boys.
is a state leaguer as well. So I'm getting a little bit firm under the table. Shepmates are here, Miles and Arch. G'day, boys.
Thanks for having us on,
Fellas,
boys.
thanks for having us.
Good to be here.
And you're also, and we'll get the plug in later, but you're sort of double threats now as well with the not the social media work and now the podding. You got your own pod.
Poddy. We have just launched a pod.
Oh, we're all friends here, I think.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, we are.
Part of
No
the brethren.
podcast
We'll
wars.
look
Yeah,
after
podcast
each other
wars.
here.
Of course.
Yeah, it's exciting. Trying to take a leaf out of your books.
Well,
The biggest sports podcast in Australia at the moment. I think we're beating, what's that other one? The footy and something?
horrendous.
Putting something.
Snake Eyes is on it.
Yeah.
Shit house.
Don't want to hear
This is
about
as
that.
prestigious as it gets getting on this podcast.
This is
Well,
big.
are you? Don't bloody bullshit us. Are you into the show at all? Have you listened to any? Or give us a little bit of a
Yeah, I've been listening to
synopsis.
it for a whole hour before we got the car ride on the way.
Big
here.
fan.
Fan of the Plummers. Shout out to the Plummers back at home.
Big fan of Butsy. Do you know much about Nick?
Butsy, yeah.
What's he famous for?
Heard he played a bit of AFL back in the day.
State league.
State league.
He'd love that. He's firming now.
It's probably a bit stiff, to be fair. And if there were 2 extra teams in back then, like there is now, I'd piss it in. But like, let's not talk about me. We've got you on to talk about you. So, can I just get a few nerdy ones out before we get into your footy and what you do and everything else? But your work, your creativity, do we call it impersonations? What do you call it? Your viral takeoffs of commentary, brilliance.
Impersonations?
I don't know.
I feel like they're like recreations.
Yeah, that's it.
Instead of, like we're not.
An impersonation, you have to have vocal cords involved.
Yeah.
Which we do not.
They're all right.
Lip
Like,
syncs.
we're just purely the visual aspect of the clip.
Yeah.
Like Elliot Loney's.
Yeah,
those types.
talented
They're
boy.
Very talented.
He's an impersonator. We're just, a mimer, I'd say.
Righto. How did you start and when did you work out you had a knack for it?
Milo, you...
A few years ago, when the Ashes was on,
Yeah.
when Starkey bowled Burnsy around the legs and Brayshaw went off his tits on Triple M, I was listening to it at work, and then I just got home that night, and I'm like, oh, this commentary call was just in my head, and I'm like, I've got to do something with it. This would be a funny thing to chuck on TikTok and see what happens, and then it blew up overnight. I'm like, oh, we could be onto something here. Like I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then Arch was like, yeah, that was good. Let me jump in on that.
Oath. Get me into that.
Yeah.
So, based off that, then, what's been your most viral clip in the last few years? Has it been a cricket one?
There's been some real.
What's one that's gone
Some
absolutely
big
bunter?
ones. We had one recently where there was an Indian commentator, Ravi Shastri.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Commentator.
He's a big
so
unit.
That's it. He's a big bloke. Oh, look at him go! There he goes. He's sucking down that go.
He's ducking into it a tot.
That got like 6 or 7 million views, I think.
Oh, that's heaps.
Yeah, if you can tap into the Indian audience, that's a big one.
And they enjoyed it? Because when I was
Yeah.
watching, I was like, this is, like, I loved it. But I was in this day and age, kind of, you're taking off an Indian accent a bit. I was like, oh, can we go there? But
I
then,
was wondering that as well.
and you clearly, you can, where
sort
there's
of threw
good
it
humour,
out
there's
there.
still a
Not
room for good
impersonators.
humour.
Just miming.
Clearly, have you got any blowback from it?
No.
There you go.
But I feel like
Yeah.
there's a
on.
fine line.
Yeah, I think you've done it perfectly.
Obviously, a lot of work goes into your clips as well. On average, talk us through like the lead up to your clip. How much work goes into it? Are you rehearsing a lot? Are you learning lines? How many takes are you going through? That type of thing.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of rehearsal.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think we've streamlined the process heaps now. Like back in the day, I said this on a talk show last week. Like I would just lock myself in the room and try and memorize the clip. But I would go insane for like a couple hours, like trying to remember it. But now it's
BT's
sort of,
Boyd's kicked a goal. You
Yeah.
have to memorise that
Oh,
line.
there's so much going on in that as well.
yeah. But now we can write a script and I know the commas and the dots and how much pause is in between, when to come back in. So like we've streamlined it heaps. And then like we memorize that, make sure we've got the dialogue down pat, and then we sort of figure out what the scene could be when Archie comes in.
We won't start recording until we're like, no, I'm going to nail this. Like,
Yeah.
Because if you're recording and like giving all your energy, like it's pretty exhausting if you're
Hard
just
to do
like
multiple
screwing up
takes.
30 seconds into a 40-second commentary. Like,
Yeah.
Would be. So, and what about the facial expression? Because what you do is all expression. Is that natural, or are you? I don't know. Have you gone to NIDA or something?
Actor school.
I think we've always sort of had a knack for it. Like we've always mucked around as kids and just, I don't know, done stupid shit, like made up scenarios in our head since we were kids. And then throughout school, we would always do like the talent shows, or we'd always get up and
So there's
do
front
drama,
there in you.
or
Yeah, I get you.
We hosted the Year 12 assembly and like wanted
brilliant.
to put on a show and da.
Yeah.
So there's always been that sort of hobby that I don't think I've accessed in a professional landscape. I always thought I wanted to do like I don't know, business degree or be a footy player, and then I never thought this would be like a serious thing.
job.
But it's sort of come out naturally.
They are the
which has been
weirdest
cool.
facial expressions though. Like,
You give
And
it
you
a
have
shock
to
myself,
overdo it.
Yeah.
Like I shock myself when I rewatch it. Like I'm like, when I was dating, 6 months ago, I might go on a date with someone, and like I'm just like a normal person when I'm chatting to them, and then when I ask about what I do, like
Yeah,
they
how do you
see me
explain that?
pulling these weird as fuck faces. I'm like, I don't even know how to explain what I'm doing there.
You're not
like,
pulling that out on the date, are you?
No.
That'd be great.
Yeah, wouldn't it? It was a good part.
Have you been like? Are you getting a bit of fanboy action now, and people in the pub wanting you to redo them? A Ravi or a Jimmy Brayshaw or something
Oh, we'll get people come up and they'll like a Peter Siddle's got a hat trick sort
on
of
his birthday.
thing. Yeah, that's it. Or,
They won't even say good day. Like someone will just come up behind me and go,
Shout
Siddle's got a hat trick on his birthday.
I'm like, hey mate, how are you? Like,
Brilliant.
Did you want to be commentators at all? Like when you were kids and you first got into it? Like was that ever a passion, or did you just know that that's too hard? I'll look at loving your sport and taking the piss really well.
no, I never thought about it. I always wanted to play sport. Like
Yep.
I never wanted to call it. And
I
then
feel like that thought's only just come in recently. We were like,
Mm.
maybe we can actually commentate if we like, practice it. And
Yeah.
get
I think
into
since
it.
we've
Bit of
done more.
AFL action, ball by ball.
Yeah,
that's
that's right, like yourself.
He's got pull.
I think like since we've done more talking in front of cameras and hosting
Yeah.
stuff or presenting, it's like, oh, I can actually talk on a microphone.
Yeah.
Maybe I could call a game. Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's only just started happening.
Now, lads, we have got a bit of mail that's come through.
Here we go.
So we're gonna put a few to you. So Miles, I'm getting some. This is strong mail, by the way. Plays a sting, Moff. We're getting strong mail that you've had a bit of a run-in with Sydney Sweeney at some point across the journey.
Yeah, wow.
And you might have had a few DMs with her. Abby, tell us the story about that one.
Wow, I actually haven't spoken about this on a podcast yet.
Exclusive.
There's a bit of a twist, boys. Like,
Where's it start?
There's a bit of a twist. So it started on the Goldie. I was just sunbaking on the beach, and I don't know. I just looked up, and there she was.
Worst thing to happen, is it?
It was just crazy. I'm
Hey,
like,
can you
what?
describe the scene? You're
Well,
talking,
yeah,
you're talking
it's like-
James Bond, Casino Royale, walking out of the water.
Yeah, it was like a supermodel
Baywatch.
Baywatch slow-mo type operation. I'm like, oh, geez, who's that? And then I looked closer. I'm like, that's actually Sydney Sweeney. that's actually her. She was up filming something or doing some work.
It's like
And then-
4 bodyguards around her.
Yeah, yeah. And then I filmed a video afterwards and chucked it on my TikTok, just explaining the whole story, and that got like 1 million views. And then I'm like, oh, geez, I could try and string this out and build a narrative around this whole Sydney Sweeney thing. So I faked the DM. The DM wasn't real.
So there's a DM. What did it say in it?
Well, she said, one of the comments were like, oh, as if she hasn't messaged you, or she's probably seen this. And I'm like, that sparked the idea.
Yeah.
Oh, what if I fake a DM that she saw it and said, you're cute, da. So I did like a bit of Photoshop work just on like Snapchat and CapCut.
classic.
People thought it was like Photoshop. And I used that picture and then did another green screen.
Yeah.
And told the story about how she DM'd me and we're going to catch up.
Which
and
is
then
all
that
just-
got like another million
That's
views.
brilliant.
So you fucking
It got
fraudster.
reported,
Such a
didn't it?
fraud.
You coward.
Daily Mail got it.
Then the Daily Mail got onto it.
Just
then,
piggybacking off Sydney Sweeney's
Mate,
fame.
I did not expect it to go that nuts.
Just
I was
trying to grow the
this is-
personal profile.
I was like,
here.
this is just be a cheap gag. This won't go anywhere. And it just got more momentum as it went.
You know when Daily Mail gets hold of it, something good buzz.
Yeah.
So there was no real contact at all. It was complete bullshit.
It's complete.
Oh, that's very
It's good.
disappointing.
It's good marketing.
No, that was good marketing. On that,
Well,
right?
that's sort of what, like I stopped it after a couple of videos. I'm like, nah, I can't keep going on with this.
We were talking before about treading the line because there's a lot of boring shit out there where no one goes near the line.
Yeah.
And you guys have pushed it once or twice. And we often talk about PPA, post-pod anxiety. And if you're not getting a little bit, you're not alive.
Yeah, no, it's true.
You would have got a bit of the old post-Grand Prix anxiety a few years ago when we like a bit of donk chat. You thought the urinal snap. And I thought it was funny.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. It was a little one of his bum. It wasn't fully of his donk.
No.
George Russell.
He was in full race kit.
Yeah, full race gear, having a slash, a nervy one.
Yeah.
And you threw it up.
We threw it up.
And that got big on you, didn't it?
Jeez, that bit us in the arse. Far out.
Gosh.
How did it take us in when it blew up and probably managers are involved and
If we could turn back time, like,
Oh,
we
sure.
we hadn't done
Yeah.
it.
We got like content brain. We got a bit excited.
Yeah.
Frontal
You're like
lobe.
George
Brain
Russell,
rot.
Frontal lobe.
one of the
like-
biggest drivers on the grid.
I was like, oh my God. So we're in the bathroom and Arch is like, Jesus, George Russell's here. What the fuck? film
Dude,
this.
I had no idea. I had no idea we'd share the bathrooms with the drivers.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that was a thing.
So, were you guys in like the media section, or was it just public?
We were in the media section.
Big
in
dogs,
like the paddock.
Like the paddock.
Yeah, the
paddock
paddock.
area.
So I didn't know like how prestigious the paddock was. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not an F1 like super fan here. Like
It's a bit prestigious. I mean,
Yeah.
but come
Yeah.
on, mate. You're just having a piss. Did you like hear his flow?
well, yeah, like absolutely.
Could you deduct
I
anything
think I
from
got a
his
bit of
flow?
splashback.
So we could talk about this piss for about half an hour, but we can't. Did he have a sook? Like, I mean, I don't want to take you, but we're all through it now. Water under the
I don't
bridge.
think-
How did it? Who complained and
Yeah,
what
when did you
happened?
first
So we
realise it was an
didn't, we
issue?
didn't reveal anything like explicit. Like we didn't
No.
show anything, and like even when I was talking about it, I was just saying he has a strong stream. He's obviously very hydrated, and that's all I said. Like it's not like I gave anything away, but it did dawn on us like when the backlash started to happen that like, oh shit, we've filmed a driver or just anyone in the
Yeah.
bathrooms. Like it's a bit weird.
It's a bit
Breach of privacy.
Yeah,
I'd say.
absolutely, it breaches privacy.
I thought it was going to be okay at the time because you couldn't see anything.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You couldn't even. You could just see the backs.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this. I don't know what.
Did you
everyone's gonna
think
get mad
about? Did you
but-
think 50-50 throwing it up, or you just put it up straight away and thought it'd be
No,
fine?
so I was pretty apprehensive about it, and then I asked Miles, and he's like, "Mate, post it."
Yeah.
Like,
That's
honestly,
Miles'
we're just
fault.
gonna post, bro.
Throwing him on the bus. Look at him.
Hit a few contests.
Toe the line.
Yeah.
Come on. And okay, so we posted it, and then that night I was about to go to sleep, and I sort of had like a gut feling.
Oh yeah,
And
That's PPA.
that's
PPA.
That's, yeah, that's
Post
definition.
post anxiety.
Yeah. So post anxiety. So I was getting that in bed, and I'm like, I'm just gonna delete it off Instagram. Like, I just feel like it's not an Instagram video; it's a TikTok video. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how I decided that, but I don't know. I deleted it off Instagram. I should have listened to the other gut saying to delete it off TikTok.
Yeah.
Because we woke up to
Because it just got a hold of this F1 algorithm.
Oh
and it just
my
went
God.
bananas overnight.
Overnight, like the Americans are waking up.
It made it to the
Oh,
US,
yeah.
and we woke up to videos of these Americans like making green screen videos with our faces on. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, no.
Yeah, fully.
It was like Chompers and
Novak.
Novak. It was like that big.
Yeah.
Tidal wave.
It was massive. It was on the news that night. Like every news outlet was running it. Articles, radio stations. It was like the hottest story that week.
But I must ask you, boys. Now it's all said and done. Was it good for publicity? Would you go back and change it?
Oh, mate.
Did it give you a few followers?
Mate, like
You've got to have a few warts in your career.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I
got a
know.
wart.
I think in the long run, it's a really good lesson to learn.
Yeah.
Like we'll double check like every bit of content we put out now.
Yeah.
And it shows like we're not invincible either. Like there is a responsibility with posting content, especially at events. Like you need to like think about it. But
I think it
it hit hard though.
Everyone
Like,
knew your name.
It hit hard
Any
for like
publicity.
3-4 months. Like brands wouldn't touch us.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I felt like
We got a comment on every TikTok for like
Yeah, about
2
that.
months of
Yeah.
people
These are
saying,
boys
like,
that
purge.
play.
even now we'll still get a comment. But
And on that, and why I'm sort of will be defensive of you, is it's a bit of locker room culture you've taken a touch far, but you have been brought up in locker rooms. You play your sport, you're still both playing your footy, yeah?
I feel like we're numb to it because like
It's
we've
funny
been
at the local
around-
footy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe nowadays it's borderline too.
Which sometimes I catch myself. I think sometimes it's a bad thing that I've been brought up in this local footy blokey culture, and we're doing media, and it's like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, that's funny, and then I have to catch myself thinking,
Yeah.
is that funny
your
to
outer lens
people
on.
outside of a football club?
Yeah,
maybe
that's right.
not. Would they get the joke? I'm not sure.
The footy club got around us though. Like we were in the trenches for a week, and I rocked up to footy training, and the ruckman stared at me. He's like, "Quite weak, boys." And like I didn't know what their reaction was going to be like either, and they just all got around it. They thought the video was funny.
Yeah.
They couldn't believe like we were cancelled or whatever. But so like it was good to sort of see that. Okay, I'm not a complete dickhead. Like I do see there was
made a mistake.
maybe a funny side to it. But yeah.
Hindsight.
Like,
Beautiful thing.
hindsight, yeah.
How do you go playing local footy down at Cribby? Do you get much stick from Oppo players?
Yeah,
Probably every game.
like,
Every game.
Over the fence as well?
Yeah.
we didn't even have a podcast, and like the classic line was your podcast is shit. I'm like, what are you talking about, man?
Had that a few times, boys.
Yeah, that's right. It's like clearly you don't know us that well. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Nah, your TikToks are shit. Like that gets thrown over the boundary line, 2-3 times a game, especially if you're having a shot or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Classic.
all the teammates are backing us in though. Like whenever someone says,
Didn't you get one the other day at a practice game?
Oh, your brother's better. I think I had a good one where, he said something about you. He's like, oh, you just want to be like your brother,
That's
of brotherly
love. That's not
yeah, isn't
But
too bad.
Let's not be bashful here. It's not the forum for it. You're both pretty solid players. Who's playing VFL? One of you's having a go.
Miles.
I was having a crack,
Yeah.
Butsy, but I gave it up.
Yep.
A couple last year.
Okay.
Didn't
Bit of state league. Did we play some state league?
Yeah.
Oh, how many games?
How many games?
I think I played 11.
Oh, that's okay.
Couple
It's
COVID
well
years
on the
there,
way
so-
to 43.
Go on, say it.
But that'd give you a bit of swag walking into the bar knowing you're a state leaguer.
Yeah, state leaguer. Yeah.
How many do you play, mate? You can say it. You can say
43.
it. You wanted that off the chest.
No, I didn't. So just back local footy and
Yeah.
knock out the TikToks.
That's right. Yeah. Sort of just wanted to focus on other stuff. It takes a bit of time, the state league.
Mate,
3 nights a week.
I hear you, brother.
Travelling out there. So
How long will you play local footy for? How old are you?
23.
Oh, babies. Will you?
Yeah.
You going to knock it out till you're 30, or
I
do you-
love it. Like I love it so much. So I want to play as long as I can.
Oh, good.
But like hopefully
Love these boys.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I think like the career is obviously number one.
Yeah.
But if I can fit it in and get my Saturdays free, like I'll be looking to play every week.
Unlike Buckley, like disgusting Buckley, who retired at like 27, being too scared to play. Oh, they might bag my podcast.
He could still be in his prime.
Wow. Oh, disgusting.
I don't think he ever had a prime, boys.
Yeah, and him and his old mate, the Gozza on the list cloggers, like bagging everyone for having a go.
Yeah.
You boys are the anti
you gotta have a
that
go.
bullshit.
Gotta have a
Stay
dig.
in there.
Yeah.
You're a coward if you retire.
Yeah. I mean, ex-AFL, you're going to cop shit at local level.
Yes.
We all know that, but you're going to dominate, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
Like,
Take the cashies, boys.
Take the cashies. What are you highlighting here? I
Oh,
want to
we've-
know about one of the boys not
Yeah,
going public
we've
with
got
your
more.
misso.
No, we've got more mail.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Love life. Any takers in the love life,
yeah.
please?
Well, Miles has been in a relationship for over a year now.
Both
Solid.
locked up.
Arch,
Yeah.
anyone
I'm,
new on the scene?
I'm a month and a half.
Recent.
Fresh.
Well, that's fresh.
That is
Fresh,
fresh.
yeah.
as, yeah.
And
Very fresh.
month and a half, no posts on the Instagram yet, mate.
No,
Haven't-
that's
not
fair
proud
enough
enough to
for
put
them.
her up.
Hang on.
What about yourself?
I actually had a soft launch on the story.
Oh, big! How
They're
that?
making some moves.
How'd that go?
Yeah, I
Well,
think
was it a dinner
pretty
photo? Was
receptive.
it of her or?
So that's
Yeah, she was
that's
sort
fish,
of-
isn't it? That's official when you've had a
Yeah.
story.
That is official.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, she got a tag like the other week on the story, and then
Ooh,
she was sort
huge.
of like half in the frame this week. So like,
Yeah,
sort
maybe
of-
3/4 next week.
3/4 next week, and then maybe
get
like a full
there.
post the week after. Like
She's
you know.
targeting a full frame.
Have you? Have either of you farted in front of each other yet? Because this is a big
What,
thing.
in front of our girlfriends?
Yeah, like once you fart with a partner in bed, or
You
normally
pretty much
it's
get
her,
married.
like
Yeah.
just
You're
lets
done.
one go, and you think this is fine. I'm happy with that.
Mate, some of the stuff that comes out of my ass is outrageous.
So once you fart in front of your partner, I think you're
Yeah.
in. You
Yeah.
probably marry her.
It took me
Yeah,
a few.
I don't think we're there yet.
No.
No.
Have you farted in front of yours?
Oh, many a time.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, you
Many,
might
many
marry
a
it.
time.
Yeah.
Haven't soft launched though.
No.
Or hard
Yeah, you'll
launched.
get to what hard launch?
Yeah, I'll be 3. What is it? March 20. Yeah, I'm nearly 4 months in, and I haven't
That's
seen a light of day on the Instagram yet.
Okay.
Do you know
getting there.
Jackie Epstein from the Herald Sun texted me today is like sniffing round your hard launch,
Oh,
like
she's
hoping that
not.
it's going to be a newspaper launch. No bullshit. I'll show you the text message, and she'll be listening to this. She's like, could be a good week for the launch,
Oh,
and wants
mate.
like Herald Sun socials.
You've
photos.
done this.
No, I haven't.
You have done this. You put this on the map. I didn't think anything of it. I just don't have a current good photo of it. I should have got one on the weekend. Didn't.
Has there been a
Regret that.
story tag or anything like that?
No, I don't post many stories on my. They're mostly reshares on my main account.
Excuses.
Yeah, mostly excuses. Yeah. No, I'll get around to it. Might be this week for the soft launch,
Yeah,
and
okay.
then I'll give it another week hiatus before the hard. But
Yeah.
if Jackie Epstein sniffing around, I might give her the exclusive.
Jackie, yep, you should
Get front page.
Get me in there. Boys, I'm enjoying this. I reckon we could almost can the rest of the rundown and just have you round. But I know that Moff's given me a bit of the old snake eye here. So
we're enjoying this.
a couple more for you.
Dribbling.
How far can you take it? Like, are you guys going to do this for the next 10, 15 years?
I don't know.
I've been asking myself that question every day for the last 3 months. When is this thing going to stop?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we just keep going, I think if we keep making good stuff, good things are going to happen.
As long as we like doing it, like we won't have an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As long as we love the videos that we're putting out. Like there has been videos where we post it and we're like, oh, I don't really like this. Like, I don't know. It's like there's no passion in it sometimes. Like you're just posting because like someone sent it to you and you might not know the sport. And like sometimes it works. Sometimes you post a video, you have no idea if it's going to do well and it will get millions of views.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you'll do the same thing and it won't get any. You're like, oh, why did I even post that? Like,
have you had any blowback or the opposite of that, like love from the subject of your vids? I know Howie got around you early doors for Build a Statue.
Yeah.
My mate Quarters, you did not long ago.
Quarters, that was a good
so
one.
So what, like how much direct feedback have you had from the subjects?
We did a basketball one last week and we had Reggie Miller comment on
Reggie?
Yeah, he
that's
was
cool.
one of the commentators.
Yeah, that's really
and then
cool.
he started following us. So yeah, I think like international ones that go pretty big, like it might be the basketball or the mountain biking or the NHL.
Yeah,
I feel like every commentator we bump into loves it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like everyone we bumped into in person like just rave about it. Like what you boys are doing is sick.
Well,
yeah.
You mentioned Reggie Miller there as well. Is there been another moment where someone big's followed you, you've ran into someone that like one of those pinch me moments where you're like, geez, this is pretty big? Someone you've met that's cool?
We were a fly on the wall for like Stokes' innings in the 2023 Ashes where he pretty much put the game on his back at Lords.
Yeah.
And we were in the comms box.
Oh, you're kidding.
Like we were watching Punter, Nasser Hussain,
Call
Michael
the
Atherton, Mark Taylor, all of them just navigating this commentary piece.
Like we're just sort of like back row with the producers.
That is
like he put the stump
unbelievable.
mic on us.
Yeah.
So I got to listen to the stump mic
of them
while
out in the
we're
middle.
there, like they're talking shit.
That is incredible.
And yeah, we just watch them do their thing. They're writing notes, then they'll swap, and Ricky Ponting will jump on. And
they're all so different.
But
Those boys too.
Yeah, you could see them behind the scenes, and like Punter was like couldn't believe what he was watching, and like he was having conversations with the other commentators about it, and like, oh, this is
Kevin
insane.
Peterson.
And then he would go in and hop on the mic.
Because that's when Stokes and Jack Leach are out there. That's incredible. What it is to watch.
And then we went and had beers with them at a pub. Which was
how were you there? Were you there as
me.
Shepmates or just there as Nuffy fans?
So Sky Sports, they got us over there. Or we flew ourselves over there, but they're like, oh, if you're going to be here, we'll get you to do some work with us on our socials.
Yeah.
So we were just making some like Instagram pieces for them on their socials and collabing. And yeah, with that, we got access to the whole media center. So we were just filming content with Owen Morgan, Ricky Ponting.
Oh, how cool.
All those fellas. So yeah, I think going to that pub afterwards, after the day's play, and they do it every day as well. Like, all
on the
5
tins
days.
with Punter.
They
Punter,
love
big
the
North
cricket,
man.
and then they're just keen to just clock off and go have a beer. In the beer garden at a pub somewhere.
Did you ever get? And I reckon you've just come on a couple of years too late. But any contact with Warnie? Because if he was still around, would be loving your stuff.
Yeah.
And would be, I reckon, texting you, DMing saying, "Get me on here."
Mate, that was our first pinch me moment. We
and probably one of the highlights I'll look back on of all of it.
Yeah. We're probably a month into it.
Yeah,
2 months
a month since starting. Warnie and Howie got us on the lunchtime break.
Right.
And Warnie was like the main one that was pumping us up.
I can remember watching this on TV.
Good Bayside lads. You know? I loved it.
Yeah, like we were having a chat with Warnie before we went on air. He's like, "Yeah, where you boys from?" "Oh yeah, I'm down from that neck of the woods." "Yeah, okay. You play footy?" "Yeah." So he was actually like interested in what we were doing.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Like we weren't even on air.
Smoke
And I'm
darts.
having a chat with Warnie. Yeah, that's right.
Got a lighter.
Yeah, it was. That was pinch me moment. We were on a lads trip in Queensland actually, and all the boys. There was like 6 or 7 boys like behind our laptop trying to distract us from the interview the whole time, but had to dial in. It was Warnie and Howie. So
You're living the dream, I reckon. So, all right, you got the pod starting. Like TV, are you willing to sort of diversify around and have a crack at all, like Hamish and Andy and those guys that have done? Yeah, they've produced, they've done TV shows, done the works.
I love all of it. I love all aspects of entertainment, like the skit stuff, the commentary stuff, the podcast now. Making YouTube videos, it's something we haven't, like, it's, like when you start a new form, it takes a lot of investment. So obviously you just focus on one thing at a time. But I mean, even like hosting stuff, we love hosting. We did like the Ned Ruckman thing last year where we like live streamed for like 2 weeks straight, every morning, every night. Cool. And I just loved that live stream aspect, like hosting
we were thrown in the deep end there. I didn't know if we could do it, and then we sort of just
That's
we
what it's
handled
all
it pretty
about.
well. Like,
yeah. I don't know. So just picking up different skills along the way. Hopefully that can like
help us.
Lead
Picked up
us
an
on.
acting class on a Tuesday night, so
Hey,
I want to
brilliant.
try and get into that a fair bit now. But that'll take some time, obviously. But you never know where that can go.
Yeah.
boys, the talent's there. I love, the bowls one you did, Willie. Oh, Willie's got good balls today.
That is. I'm trying to figure out if that was real or not. That commentary.
It has to be taking the piss, but you guys did it, didn't you?
Yeah. That one's
Are
a little
you
wilder.
serious? That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Stroke the shaft.
Yeah. I want to listen again to that tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, boys, good luck with the pod. Thanks for dropping in. And, don't be strangers.
Nah,
You
thanks
are
so much
so
for having
nice.
us on, boys.
Go well with the footy too.
Yeah.
When does it fire up? Next week?
2
2
weeks. 2 weeks. Feeling ready to go.
Round 1.
Yeah, look
God,
fit.
I had DOMs. Do you know like delayed onset muscle?
Oh,
Chom?
yeah.
You dealt with that before?
Jeez, it's early for DOMs.
Yeah.
Mate, I've got DOMs at the moment, actually.
Mate,
Mostly
I
shoulders,
decided to do a
butts.
leg weight session on Thursday morning, and
Well, that's close to game time.
48 hours was literally game time.
Dangerous.
To get up was like the biggest process ever.
Very
Ice
dangerous.
baths, saunas, rubs. I don't know how I got through on the weekend.
Stick to
but-
arms, lads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. So.
Tell you what, we'll send you off to. We got 2 Clubby Sports hats.
Awesome.
We sold out the 200 plus ones, obviously. So
Yeah.
we had to resort to these ones.
Restock.
I did have a tradies hat down there. I don't know if you heard
Disgusting.
of them. We haven't. We don't
I
really
think I'll pass on that one.
put that over there somewhere. But yeah, take them home and thanks, lads, for coming on. You're awesome.
On your boys.
Cheers, boys.
Thank you, mate. Righto, boys. Who's ready to go? Brought to you by our great mates at 7-Eleven. Make sure you head into 7-Eleven and check out the food on the go lunchtime offers. Right in our wheelhouse we're going today. Ruckman that are ready to go. And we have a small sample size to work with. You kick it off,
Big.
please.
Depends which way you look at it. But yeah, I've gone with a big O. Obviously unfortunate missing the grand final last year, but I feel he would have the fire in the belly over the preseason. He's come out, he's played 2 games this year. He's had 15 and 18 touches in each. He's won hit-outs. And I don't know if you're watching the West Coast game of the weekend when they gave Brisbane a fair shake, but his big tackle on Harley, or I think it was a bump after Harley kicked it, was setting the tone, I'd like to call it. A bit of presence, knocking the wonder kid over was Big O. So I'm on Big O this year.
He's
ready to go.
Like a good teammate.
Yeah.
Like he'd be good on Mad Monday, stands in the hole, funny guy.
He looked genuinely happy when the boys won that granny too. There was no poor me, like I didn't get to play. He was genuinely happy. Good on him.
He's the one reason I've changed my tune on getting a medal. I'm not buying into the bullshit that you have to get 40 medals and everyone who plays a game gets one, but a guy, if there's one club issue medal that you can get, he would have got it.
That's
Because
his
he
creates
played
issues, the
a
one.
quarter. I know he did, but I'm just saying if it was a bit like the Bob Murphy, probably stuffing up the segment here. But if there was one, the club discretion can give one medal. He was getting it because he played 2.5 quarters with a stuffed wing and helped him get there.
He did get one. You got Fags' one. Or there was an
Well,
extra
that's true,
one.
he got
There was an
Fags'
extra
one.
one printed or something.
Yeah.
I think it was an extra.
Yeah,
But
he got one anyway.
Good on him.
Righto, mine is, I'm going a little bit off Broadway, and he's not a huge name, but he's been kicking around the competition for 5 or 6 years now. Jordan Sweet of Port Adelaide.
Sweetie.
I called the
Good man.
Collingwood debacle 2 weeks ago, and he's one of the few players that flew the flag.
Yep.
Kicked a couple of goals, or at least got one. Competed well against Big Darcy Cameron. He's added a bit of size to the pecs. I know, I like that. He's glutes are looking powerful. Just looks confident and fit. There's a little bit of brown stuff in the guts. He's just got a little bit more aggressive. You
Not
know,
in the
I
jocks.
like my big man aggressive. Geordie Sweet, he's had 2 really solid games. He's keeping our mate Ivan Soldo out at the moment, but good boy, state leaguer, played in the premiership at North Adelaide, had to fight for his chance. I reckon he's going to be really good.
Footscray
career.
state league for a long time.
150 gamer, I think he'll be. Geordie
Yeah.
Sweet.
He's a follower of the Plumbers as well.
Yeah,
I
he looks
always
like a
see him-
plumber.
Always
He
see
loves
him
the
in the
Plumbers.
stories, so he must love it.
He's my boy.
Well, big
Keep
shout
going
out
well,
to Sweetie.
Geordie.
I'm going an obvious one, but he's ready to go and he's ready to take over the competition. And we saw it on the weekend where he towered up Gawn. But a plumber himself, Tristan Cherry, he's going to be All-Australian Ruckman this year.
The big X-Man.
Should have been it last year, let's be honest. But yeah, you can just tell when he's not getting the tap, he's getting to the first contest in the centre bounce and tackling and making an effort or getting the hands. and he's giving the first use to the North boys. So
And scoreboard press.
and scoreboard press.
Kick a goal.
Need I say, he's the epitome of knee up, follow up.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Knee up, follow up.
He is beautiful. Knee up, follow up.
Knee up, follow
He
up.
doesn't stop working as well.
He's a
Like,
gun.
he's just a workhorse.
Yeah, he's
so-
one of the best lads to play with.
And he's really sniffing around for a BT50. Give it
Yeah,
heaps.
easy.
And I'll tell you what, X, if you keep playing like that, son, I'll get the sensei onto it.
I'll tell you what, they're Sale are looking at him.
Are
They're-
they?
They're looking at a second
Well, there's
ambassador.
2 bulls in a paddock.
I think because Sale's a bigger business than Mansfield, so they've got more utes to give out.
No,
and
the
they
Mansfield's
give-
only big enough
They
for
give
old
better
Butsies.
deals.
Wow.
They give a lot better deals than
Look at
Sale.
that. You and the big X-Man.
Yeah, they give really good deals at Sale, better than Mansfield. Better than,
If
better
I
than
find out-
Essendon, whatever dealership.
Mansfield's
cheese
got the poo on, Philippoussis. So the two,
The
the two Mansfield, the two pooers. I'm not a pooer, mate. Hey, mate, they're your
That's
jocks
Moff's-
hanging up there,
that's
brother.
Moff's best
I was not
gear.
a pooer.
That
You
is
find any
brilliant.
vision of me pooing other than that half poo in the state league game?
Oh, mate.
Hey. Hey, so I'm just saying,
they
as
weren't filming
far
the
as
VFL games back
ambassadors
then,
that
I
are a
think.
couple of 6'6" roosters, talk about butts and the poo. It doesn't get any better than that. Ladies, form an orderly queue.
Jesus.
How are we going here, Moff?
That's good, yeah.
That's good, Moff. Well done.
Oh, I tell you, our ambassador off's better than yours. How about we play doubles and we'll fucking smash you off the court? How are we going, Moff? Very good. Okay. What are we doing? Is there a Chom's Nugget this week?
Yeah, we
or
got a nugget.
Got a nugget? Or we're going to do some voicemails? Or do we can them?
No.
We can because they were shit.
We need more. Keep sending them in. We've had a couple, but we need more.
Yeah, we
How
will
are you
put
on?
them with-
How was Bigger Footy, by the way, Moff?
Yeah, it was good. Good
Yeah?
today. Had
Give all your best gear to Bigger Footy again, did you?
No, I've tried to hold it for tonight, but no, it's been good. Good to get in there with the boys. JJ, it's driven up from Geelong's.
I need to hear from the Plumbers on this because it's a really good show and I'm enjoying it. And I need to remember that the hard hitting footy analysis is Bigger Footy country now. You know, okay, we've got to stick to our paddock. And I was about 4 o'clock and I saw something had been added to the story and it was a clip and I was getting a bit excited for like a donk or an ass or a fart or something. And it was like JJ like putting the heat on the Bombers. And I heard it was like freaked me out.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot of plumbers going through that, but it's an adjustment.
It's adjustment.
Yeah.
Well, Pato actually said to me that he's trying to add a bit more banter in there because he doesn't want it to be all analytical. And I've actually had to cut something last week that he said
was a
that
bit
was,
rude.
was too 200
Pato.
plus.
Oh,
But
good Lord.
He
You are
forgets where
200
he is. He's a bit like you. If he gets where he is and he starts saying stuff and then he'll go, oh, how are we going here, Moff? So,
Oh, he's
Good
still,
on him.
he's still in gear.
But
That's okay.
yeah, he's smashing it. They're all doing well. So have a listen if you haven't and tell us
How
what
long
you
was
think.
your rep?
Today was about an hour.
Okay, now it was nice. Gracie Egan been on?
Not yet.
I love Grace.
She's due to come on.
Grace is a legend.
So she'll rotate through there. But yeah,
Flan?
Flan's so good.
Flan, he's funny.
Massive.
How did Flan's first sip tip go?
Pretty
He was a good video.
He was it went pretty well because it bumped up to $300. So we had about 80 people comment.
I'm getting a lot of DMs and a couple of my plumber mates, that like thick plumbers that have been with us since like the Ivan
OG
Soldo
plumbers.
days, reckon you might have pulled the wrong rein on the winner.
Oh, today?
Yeah, there's a bit of controversy.
Really?
Yeah.
Send it through.
Well, I will. My phone's dead. The iPhone 14
that's
refurb.
good.
Well, the way we judge this is it's not like we're looking for a same game multi bet, you know, but we want the plumbers to be a bit creative and get closest to the mark. So like instead of putting your 30 plus in your any times, like get creative, like Drape's kneeing Meek in the ruck or someone to do.
You want an incident.
So
it's
not, let's
it's
not
a
go
fantasy
stat
bet.
heavy.
Well, you can do both, but like you're more likely to win if you have something more creative.
Bit of comedy.
like
bit
a
of humour.
hanger from Billy Elliot
Yeah,
and
exactly.
someone to get dacked.
Exactly. Or like
Chom to poop it twice in the second quarter.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And then if someone had said
That would be paying about 101.
Chom to
That-
poop it twice
that would be
in the
paying
second
a
quarter,
lot.
then dominate.
That would
million
mean
to one.
that would mean a big value bet on the weekend. That would mean paying 200s. 256 it was that. Someone cashed in. I think you.
I was about to put
You
a
and
big
Philip
poo
Poussis.
emoji in the group going, because we're normally like, when we see a bit
Yeah.
of poo, I'm like, I can't do it to my boy. I'm going to let him come back from this. And I had it like, it was like ... Like I was about to hit the poo emoji and then it was like fate that I
Yeah.
didn't, because then he reverse pooed 12 times.
yeah.
reverse pooed.
Good
Nah,
on you.
but very good. So yeah, get in your Fox Friday first sip tip.
Yeah.
And
Who's on the video this week?
I think it'll be JJ from
JJ.
from home. So
Is it a competition who gets the most views on their video?
Well, it could be.
Well,
There's something in
mine
that.
was quite good.
Yours was good, but
Thank you.
it was the first one. You had to set the tone.
First one.
We'll get you back on there.
Okay, now we like that. First sip tip. Foxy Friday.
All right. Shall we go to the Nugget?
Yeah, go to the Nuggets.
Let's
son.
go to the Nugget. All right. So
you
this
did a Nugget in the second quarter. Just
this is my second Nugget for the week. Very good, but
at least you're leading into it, son.
Well done. All right, for the second Nugget this week, we've done a bit. We've done music. We've done pasta. Very good pasta, mind you. We've had a few people. I had someone come up to me after the game and say that Parker's recommendation was awesome. So I think Supernorma, they're about to go global. They're about to go to the stock exchange in America. So they're doing well. We had Wawa's Records music last week, and this week we're going a bit more nerdy. We're going books. So
I like it.
there's a shop in Carlton. It's part of a chain. I'm not sure. I think they could be throughout Melbourne. There's 8 open. It's Readings. So Readings are a bookstore, obviously. They sell records as well, so right up my alley. And yeah, there's one open in Carlton. It's open till 10 p.m.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been going in there.
Lygon Street.
Street, yeah.
I
Great
think
spot.
I know it.
I've been going in there after dinner and just having a look through. I was a bit stuck on what to read after I finished Harry Potter for the second times, and so one of the staff there actually put me onto a book called The Once and Future King by T.H. White. It was come out in 1958, and it follows King Arthur's story from birth through to when he actually rules and pulls the sword out of the stone and all that. Good read, so I'm enjoying that. So yeah, Readings in Carlton. Awesome shop. Get your vinyls, get your books.
I don't mind that. It's pretty hard with 2 kids. I'm not reading much at the moment, but I
Were you
plan
a
to
big
get
reader?
back into it. Yeah, I was for a while. Like I like for relaxation. I've spoken about this. I like politicians and sport.
Yep.
A bit of Theodore Roosevelt. What I was going to say, can you promise me you don't, because you're a bit of a bookworm now, walk around in the pre-game with your book and sit down so the cameras get it.
Like
Everyone
Wemby.
thinks you're intelligent.
I can't have it.
It's shit
Have you
house.
seen that video?
It's poo.
Wembenyama in the NBA.
And Guinea did it.
Oh yeah, Guinea did it.
Guinea, yeah.
But he brought a book to like the All-Star game, and like they're like, mate, you're not going to actually be reading that before an All-Star
He
game.
does though, doesn't he?
And he does.
He just keeps to himself. He just sits in his locker and read.
What do you do pre-game? Like in the last hour where you've got a bit of downtime? Your music?
No, we're
Flick through the record?
It's the first hour. It's the first hour we get there. We got like time to ourselves. But they've shortened it this year, so we don't have to get to the game until an hour 40 before if we don't want to.
Gee, that's tight, isn't
I'll
it?
still get there 2 hours 10. I like to give myself 10 extra minutes just to, if something goes wrong on the way, I just like to have that time. And like I tape nearly every joint in my body, so I got both ankles, wrists, shoulder. I was getting my toe done as well last year, so I had all this tape I had to do, which takes a good half hour. Yeah, I like to get my tape done, have a bit of a stretch, start moving, and then I'll go out on the ground, have a kick.
Yep.
I'll kick in with someone, and then the boys will be having shots for goal, and I just kick the ball out. Repetition. Come back in, straight into team meeting. Come out straight onto our actual warm up. Then we're back in. We've got about 3 minutes. So I like to try squeeze in a big doot there. Try
Bit of a doot.
Try to get one out. Yeah.
Have a bit of a sit.
Bit of a poopy. Try to get me first of the game out there.
Save a good one for 10 minutes into the second quarter.
And then, after that, we've got our little in-team warm-up. We put our jumpers on together and we're out. So it's pretty full on. I don't have a lot of downtime, so I don't have time to read a book.
And don't have time to get anxious by the sound of it. Are you...
I'm go. When I'm sitting there and they're taping my feet or whatever, I'm thinking about the game. But, I'm pretty
battle.
Good. Oh, hang on. I've had a message. I sent, just so everyone listening, I sent Toby Pink a message of Butts. I'll show the camera. Butts giving thumbs up with the Toby Pink badge.
Please. Yes.
Anyway, Pinky has replied.
Who is that?
Who is that? There it is.
Fuck me.
He said, "Who is that?" Oh no!
Come on, Pinky.
Didn't you do
Yeah, I did a story with him.
Oh, no.
And I told him I'd played state league. Bit of sandful. We've got the grab.
Yeah, we do.
We've played the grab.
That's
Pinky.
not good.
I think we should ring him.
Should we ring him?
Ring him.
I'll give him a buzz. Let's give him a buzz.
Chom.
Pinky, what's going on, mate? Just letting you know you're live on the 200 Plus podcast with Charlie Comben. And do you know the other host involved in the 200 Plus podcast?
I think there's Drapes and another fella. I don't know.
Shit.
But it's Nick Butler. Do you remember Nick Butler? I think you did an interview with him at some point.
Oh, is that a sample player?
Yeah! All is forgiven, Pinky.
Oh,
well played, Pinky. I thought you were really good. And it was your bloody disciplined defence and you taking 3 men that allowed Chom to take 12 bloody soft intercept marks and take all the glory, son. Well done.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Butts. Appreciate it.
That's a real sandful brotherhood there, you know?
Good you got to meet him, Piggy. Nah, thanks, though. I'll let you get on with your night, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Awesome, mate.
Good on you, mate. Keep up the good form.
See ya, mate.
Cheers, bye.
He's out. Hey, you got there eventually.
He remembered. He
did.
He wasn't high on the priority list, though.
No, it wasn't. I really had no faith for a minute there that it wasn't going to come at all. But, you know, that's the difference
Come back to
between
him.
a
The Stanford
Stanaway.
player.
Hey, yeah, Stanaway
That's
hasn't played
good.
Stanford.
No, he
As I
hasn't.
said, we discussed this. Myself and Basil Zemplis, mate.
Yeah.
We're the only media
Standard
stars that have played state
Sanders
league.
could have played AFL, but he chose
And
media.
Miles Shepherd.
11 games.
11 games.
Yep.
There needs to be some sort of media star that have played state league WhatsApp.
Yep.
Basil, me, Miles Shepherd.
Can you start it? Just start
it would be good.
Please start.
Because we have good views on the game. We're
Yeah.
like past players, but we're not really past players. Okay, we understand the lingo. We understand what it means to poo. We understand troughs
You
in
especially.
form, but we haven't really been there. So at the big AFL functions, we get pushed out a bit. In our own lunch boxes, we're fucking good
You need
players.
an association.
We do.
The Past Players State League
The
Association.
the state past players league or something.
I'll get
you can
wrapped.
start the union.
You could be
I'm
the
starting
president.
it.
You could be the
I
president.
am the president.
Let's get Shawnee to do up a graphic and Bus can start it up. We'll get the
Can we
WhatsApp going.
just find out who else has played a bit? Oh, Nigel Carmody.
Nige, big
Good
Nige.
state leaguer.
Nige, good player.
There must be a few. There's four.
Yeah, there's four.
He can bring the mail.
Yep.
He's a good racing man.
Got anyone else in the media? Did Tommy Morris or Mitch Cleary?
Shit
play
house.
any?
No, Mitch Cleary shit house.
Oh, I've got one for Tommy Morris. He come down to training on Thursday last week.
Hello. He's sniffing out something.
He was down at training and he was in the forward flank, and I marked the ball on the flank, and I had a bit of time, like wheeled around to have a look inside forward 50 to kind of kick it in forward, and I've locked eyes with Tom Morris about 10 metres off the fence, and he's looked at me, and I went, "Turkey," and he gave me a big smile and a laugh and a wave, and kicked it inside mid training. So
there you
good
go.
sport, Tommy. You got around it, which is
I
awesome.
love Turkey Tom's great.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a newsman. You
Yeah.
got to be a bit wary of the turkey when the turkey's up for a nibble, but when he's nibbling some feed, some chook feed.
What the hell?
Where is this going?
When
Moff, how are we going here?
the turkey's up for a nibble, you need to be wary. But he's a good bloke.
That's a buttism you can write down.
Yeah.
Quite that.
I think we're almost there.
I think
Moff,
we're
are
there.
we?
Should we tease who we've got lined up next week?
Tease it.
Ah,
Can you tease it?
This man, right? And anyone who did watch the 10 Eyewitness News sport presentation on Friday, I gave this man a plug.
Wouldn't have been many.
because the player of the day was a soccer player in Panama who kicked the winning goal, and he was celebrating. He went and jumped the fence where Thierry Henry was commentating, grabbed him, hugged him, got the microphone live on air and said, "You are my hero, you are my hero," the goal kicker, after like a kicking goal in a World Cup qualifier. So I've nailed the player of the day, as we tend to do.
Yeah, of course.
And I had to say something to Jen, and I said, if that was me in the day, yeah, Jen, I would have done that.
Oh, wow. So you're dropping it.
We'll be
dropping
beeping
it.
that out.
Oh, wow,
no, we're
yeah,
beeping that.
Beep that out.
Beep, beep, beep.
We have
Beep that
been
out,
off the
but
beat button this
man,
episode, but it's coming back.
I reckon he's one of the few players. I reckon there's about 3 players on this list that I don't think have ever pooed. Glenn Archer is one.
Charlie Comben is 2.
Well, that's debatable. This man might be another, but we'll ask him.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he probably had a little poo. Everyone's done it.
Not everyone.
So he's a non-pooer. He probably had one of the bravest moments in a grand final ever. He's a media star. He's a swordsman. He's a surfer. Great swordsman.
He epitomizes our podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And
and
I was on the phone with him today, and he was asking me, "So, what's the podcast about? Are you like talking footy?" I'm like, "Yeah, we don't do any footy chat, but we just want to talk about you and your career." And he was like, "Nah, I love that." So he's really excited to come on.
What a legend.
Yeah.
Good surfer. And he is nowhere near 200 centimetres, but I'm telling you,
Plays like
he
one.
played big. So that's probably enough. It's a big guess, Moff. You're in good form. You should get a pay rise. I'm going to text Ratface and get you a pay rise.
Did you tease it or did you give it away?
Probably. It's a really, really deep tease.
If they're listening,
Very deep.
if they're listening this deep into the podcast,
They deserve
it.
to know.
Yeah.
They're our plumbers.
Yep.
Are we singing it out?
Oh, let's sing it out.
Let's sing a song about
pooping it.
Redeeming
Oh, yeah.
yourself after you poo yourself.
You just made that up.
The only thing is, can you play the karaoke version? Because every time I put it on YouTube, we get done for copyright.
Do we?
So if we're ever going to make money, we're not going to make money.
I heard
it.
a song on Triple M,
What do you want?
All Acoustic Sunday, on Sunday, and I'd
I
had a
don't
few
know.
beers, and I was a little bit hung after really dominating the party on Saturday night with my tits out. I had a lot of buttons undone, and I was feeling just that little bit hungover, and I'd had a couple of coffees, and I flicked it on, and Glycerine came on.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good
Do I know
tune.
that
Is
song?
that Three Doors Down?
Moff
I reckon
listens
it
to
I don't know.
techno.
Anyway, it's a good tune, and I think we should go out with it, and the Plumbers will like it.
87%.
Oh, and just before the end of the song, I need to fess up something. I've got to get off my chest.
Hang on, before the end of the song?
Yeah, before the end of the song, I need to fess
Are we
up.
singing and then you're going to fess
Or
up?
should I fess it up now?
Do it mid-song.
Because it's eating me up. And
Okay,
I don't
just
think
do
I'm
it.
going to like sleep tonight if I don't get off my
Get
chest
it
after
off now.
all the shit I've hung on him.
Actually, I've got mail. Play the sting.
Shit. I thought I'd got away with it.
You haven't.
But it might be out by now.
I think it's out.
And it's not going to read well.
Actually, Moff, you still got the true or false sting?
Yeah.
Well, play that for me.
Oh, shit.
True or false? True or false? Is it true? Is it false? Is it true? True or false, Nick Butler?
Yeah.
You've pooped it 2 times over your career.
Nah. A half poop in a state game. That was the only real bad one. Oh, mate, I would have done a few half poops like you. Yeah, couple.
True or false, we are going to Noise with your partner, Mel, this week.
We are.
True or false, were you on 28-year-old Male's podcast this morning? You squibbed at me. Going on
Give it all your best gear before 200 plus tonight.
Oh,
You
no.
know what? I'm a businessman, and I thought it's time to cash in here. People were ringing. Piastri had won the Grand Prix. My boy had taken 15 intercept marks, and I said, he's got a lot of followers and he's a good bloke. I said, get me on. So, yeah, I did. And I just didn't think anyone would hear.
Oh, that's
How did
brilliant.
you find out about that?
28, let me know straight away. Here we go. We've got Glycerine by Bush.
I like it. It's deep.
Does it have lyrics?
Please, give me lyrics.
Do you know them?
Not really.
Here we
But
go.
I can stick with it.
It's a very long intro, mate.
Yeah, it's a good riff. It must be your skin. I'm sinking in. It must be for real.
'Cause now I can feel, and I don't mind. It's not my kind. It's not my time to wonder why. Everything's gone white. Everything's gone grey. Now you're here. Now you're away. I don't want this. Remember that. I'll never forget where you're at.
Don't let your shit go in your jocks. Could have been easier on you if I didn't put myself with 10 minutes to go in the second term.
But I come out strong, and I got it back on. Those hands were sticky, and where was Nicky? He was on the couch, and he got Ted and said, let's go watch Chom take 8 big clunks. Is that it?
Don't let the days go by. He was fucking good in the end. And I shook Clarko's hand and said, thank fucking God.
Turn it off. Thanks, Plummers. Well done.